1930 was a national countrywide toll-free helpline number that had been launched in 2021. And 15 calls that I made to this helpline over the past few months, only 2 calls I would get through. That is that, like, if you report a cybercrime within an hour of it happening, there is a higher chance of you being able to stop, because once the money flows into a bank account and it has been withdrawn, then it's very difficult to kind of get the money back. Just having 5 people at one point for the city of Mumbai is obviously very less. After the Express report, they have increased the number of people taking calls. They've doubled it. So from 11 people now, they have sought computers for 22 people.
Hello and welcome to Indian Express. Today we have Mohammed Tawar, Assistant Editor, to talk about the cybercrime helpline number 1930 and how people of Mumbai were not able to register complaints in it. So tell me, sir, what is this helpline number 1930?
Yeah, so basically, 1930 was a national countrywide toll-free helpline number that had been launched in 2021. And, so basically what was happening is, unlike other kind of crimes, when it comes to cybercrime, I mean, there is no jurisdiction as such. So a person sitting in some other part of the state or the world can, call, pretend to be calling from electricity company or whatever and con a person. So what the government of India had done, the Ministry of Home Affairs, is that they wanted to start this helpline where a person who has lost money, for example, if you received a call by someone pretending to be something else and you lost money, you realize there's been a fraud. Now, by the time you go to the police station, what they decided is that if there's a helpline number that a person can call within, let's say, an hour of cybercrime happening, they would then be in a position to, stop the money from being transferred to other accounts, and, they can get to work sooner. And that was supposed to be, in that sense, a game changer, where what was generally being seen is that police stations were not very forthcoming when it comes to registering complaints in cybercrime cases. So they thought, well, in this case, we will have instant. The person can call up the helpline number. The helpline number in turn will take details from you. They will block the account in which the money has gone and help kind of even nab the person who is behind all of this. So the idea was floated in 2021, and actually the first pilot project ironically happened in Mumbai. So Mumbai police was the first police force in the country that started the 1930 helpline number, I think in June last year. And then when it was successful, it is implemented in several states across the country. And like I said, 1930 was supposed to be the game changer. This was the first time that you had a countrywide helpline number. And, in that sense, people thought that at least even if FIRs are not being registered, this number will help them, ensure that funds are stopped midway, that people losing money will be able to use this to kind of save, to get their money back. And it was meant to be much more effective on that level.
So what happened in Mumbai, sir? How do you come to know that there were a lot of complaints were not registered, that people are facing problems? How did you come to know about that?
Yeah. So now we have to understand that what happened is, while 1930 is a central helpline, every state was given responsibility. For example, Maharashtra police had to ensure that 1930 in Maharashtra was working. Assam had to ensure it was working there. So what happened is, in Maharashtra, there was a unique situation in which, although Mumbai police comes under Maharashtra police, Mumbai police was handling 1930 for Mumbai Police Commissionerate, and the rest of Maharashtra was being handled by Maharashtra Cyber. Now, what started happening is, I report on cyber crimes, and a lot of times when people would contact me that we've lost money, I would tell them that, quickly dial 1930. See, there's a concept of the golden hour, which is like in a medical emergency in case of a cyber crime as well. That is that, like, if you report a cybercrime within an hour of it happening, there is a higher chance of you being able to stop, because once the money flows into a bank account and it has been withdrawn, then it's very difficult to kind of get the money back. So it was 1930 was supposed to be the helpline that would help you get your money back if you could call up in the golden hour. Now, what happened is, in Mumbai, a lot of these people when they contacted me and they said that when we are calling and time is of the essence here. They said when we are calling 1930, we are not able to get through to that number. So it happened once, it happened twice, and when I think around 4 5 people told me about it, I found it a bit strange because here the government was taking efforts to you know advertise the helpline and telling people that in case you could dial within the golden hour and time is of the essence. But on the other hand, when people were calling, they were not being able to get through. So I thought, okay, I mean, this then is a major issue, and we should look into the matter. And so what I started doing is I started kind of contacting this number. So from August, September, and October, I would dial this number every few days. And like, although I think I must have dialed many more times, but I started tabulating, and 15 calls that I made to this helpline over the past few months, only 2 calls I would get through. All the other time, what was happening, I would call, there would be an automated dialer, which would say that, thank you for calling the helpline number. And then the line, like at the 11th second, the line would go busy. So I was not able to get through. So which then I realized that yes, this problem is genuine. I mean, on one hand, you're tom-tomming that 1930 is the prime helpline number, but on the other hand, this is not happening. So that's where once over a period of time, because see, there could be a technical issue for a day or two, but here after I realized that over a period of time it's not working, that's when I decided to approach the police to find out what is going wrong with it.
So when you did this, what was the response from the police, and how did it resolve? What did they respond from?
So when I approached them, I realized that there were primarily three main reasons that were responsible for this. One was the fact that, and the very very obvious reason was the fact that they had skeletal staffing. So they had around 11 people working spread across two shifts, which means at any given point of time, they had just 5 or 6 people taking calls. Okay, so a setup would normally be a person taking calls, a computer, a printer, and a telephone line. So, you know, just having 5 people at one point for the city of Mumbai is obviously very less. Also, you have to understand that when you make this call and you get through, it is a long call because they will need details, they will need bank account number, they will need so many details. I was told that on an average, it takes 20 minutes for one call to happen. So then these 5 people, I mean, and that's the reason every time you call, the lines were busy. So that was one issue. The second issue was the geofencing issue, which meant that Mumbai police should get calls only from people in Mumbai. But what was also happening is because of geofencing issues, callers even from Navi Mumbai, satellite cities around Mumbai, Navi Mumbai, Thane, Vasai, Virar, those calls were also landing up here, and that was increasing the number of calls. So they also provided me with statistics like in 1 month of the 8,400 calls they received in September, around 3,000 were from outside Mumbai, which is like around 30% of the calls were outside Mumbai. And the third issue that was happening was a bit of a turf war between the Mumbai police and the rest of Maharashtra, because in June this year, what had happened is that the rest of Maharashtra 1930 officials had also taken over the Mumbai calls. So the calls started going to them. So there was a bit of an ego tussle between the officers of Mumbai police and Maharashtra police. Then Mumbai police got the setup back to Mumbai. So because of the intra-police tussle, in June, July, a lot of these issues started happening because then you had to get the numbers back to Mumbai, and so they were technically around this, because of which there was a problem as well. So these were like the three main factors due to which the issues were taking place.
So after you reported on it, so did they take any step to it?
Yeah. So basically, when I approached them and when they tried and they realized that there is an issue, so the first thing they told me is that they were already in talk. They were already talking to technical officials to ensure that the geofencing issue is resolved first, so that they get calls only from Mumbai. And you have to realize Mumbai is important because Mumbai is the financial capital of the country. Like as per their own estimates, like lakhs of rupees are being lost every single day. So, for a city like Mumbai, which is the financial capital, which has your biggest banks, which has your BSE, I mean, if that city is not able to redress its problem, then it's a major issue. So they realized that, and so they said that first of all, we are going to reduce the calls by taking care of these technical issues, which means we'll get calls meant only from Mumbai. Secondly, what they did is that they have now, after the Express report, they have increased the number of people taking calls. They've doubled it. So from 11 people now, they have sought computers for 22 people, like 11 more, so that at least, I mean, they were realistic about it. So when I approached them, they did admit that they were being able to answer only 1 in 4 calls. So with this, they are hoping to at least improve the percentage to 50%. That every second call that is made to them, they are able to take, and gradually increase the number of calls that are being taken. So in that sense, the technical issues and the manpower issues, these are the two issues that they have said that they are working on. So that should at least, if not completely take the problem away, at least ensure that majority of the calls are being taken.
So what is the situation of the people who have lost the money, sir?
So I mean, see, the people who have lost money, I mean, up till now, who have lost money, I mean, I don't think they will, like, nothing can come on that front, because by now already the money has been transferred to various accounts. See, in cybercrime, if you want the money to be saved, it has to happen within a few hours, and hence, they keep saying that if there is as soon as you realize there is a cybercrime, you contact us. But in Mumbai, even if there was no way to contact them. So that is the issue. So people who already lost their money, they can't do anything about it. But henceforth, I think once they are able to kind of resolve the issue, I think it will help people in the future. So see, apart from the 1930 helpline that was launched in 2021, there is also the a cybercrime reporting portal called cybercrime.gov.in that was launched in 2020 by the Union Home Minister, Mr. Amit Shah. Now, this was also supposed to be, in case you do not get through the 1930 number, this was also one of the options that a victim had, where you can go to, you can type in cybercrime.gov.in, you feed in your details, and that was also supposed to be one of the ways by which law enforcement agencies could come in. But there again, there was a problem, because a lot of people who could not get through 1930, they then tried going on the website. But the website, I mean, it is quite complicated in the sense that it needs a lot of details from the victim, which maybe you would need because it's a central website. It caters to the entire country. But for somebody who has lost money, you're already quite harrowed. And then it asks you too many details. So even in one case, I had tried using it, and it took me like 2 days to kind of eventually, fill in all the details. So a lot of people have complained that, even getting a complaint filed is slightly difficult. And the second thing is that in one case that I have reported in this story, uh, this person managed to register a complaint, and then he got a message from the website saying that he got a mobile number of a cop from a local police station, saying this is the person handling your complaint and this person will call you. The person never called the victim. When the victim tried calling up the cop's number, the cop would never answer. And then 10 days later, he got an email from the portal saying that your complaint has been resolved, whereas nothing had happened. So even when it comes to the cybercrime website, I mean, there are issues. They have to simplify how to register a complaint, and they also have to ensure that complaints are being actually resolved. So even when it comes to the website, I think there is a massive scope for improvement even there.
And I also think there should be a physical, I mean, online, so I understand. Yeah. But, people who cannot access it, what will they do?
So see, earlier it was whenever there was a cybercrime complaint, you went to the police station because there was no helpline, there was no website. Not that police station was of much help, but they had to take your complaint. Now with the number coming in, helpline number coming in, with the website coming in, now if you even go to the police station, you don't understand technology very well. You go to the police station, they will not help you. They will, like, in some cases they may register an FIR, but most cases they'll tell you, no, you go, you dial the helpline number. If you tell them that I can't get through that, they'll say, no, you cybercrime portal pe karo. So in that sense, cops have now, after the website and number coming in, the cops now simply, raise their hands. They say, boss, we are not going to do anything, you do. And here the helpline and the portal are not working very well. So in the end, it's the victim who, you have no other option. So in most cases, people just give up. They realize that, okay, the money is gone.
Yeah, sir.
So
Yeah.
you have to ensure, and you have to ensure that people who don't have access to technology, when they go to the local police station, the local police helps them. I mean, just because you have a helpline and you have a portal does not absolve police from not doing anything. So it should work together, which will be more effective rather than saying that there are two more options, so we are not going to do anything.
Sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.